Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, let's take a look again on the Bitcoin market. As usual we do on Mondays. So here is actually this market stands in relatively tight range in recent 3 weeks, and you can see once retracement has started, this is weekly chart. We do not have any necessity to talk about the higher time frames on the weekly and monthly chart, because here the situation changes relatively slowly, and the patterns that we have actually already have discussed. We have set the next upward targets that market could achieve in a medium-term perspective. So here is mostly stands everything the same. We have the bullish context, bullish sentiment on the market, and which read current price action as a temporal pause in a bullish trend. By some technical issues that we have discussed, this is achievement of the long-term target on the monthly chart, which is a COP around 67. This was the reasons for taking the pause in upward action. This is weekly overbought that market has reached, and also some kind of the ABCD target. At the same time, with the overall performance that we see here, we do not have any doubts currently, or at least suspicious that something is going wrong. So there's no reasons for that. So everything stands as it should. Overall performance looks strong, and we currently do not see any reasons to deny the targets that we have specified. So we're just preparing for upward continuation. That's why actually the major topic of today's video will be dedicated to the retracement, and mostly to the intraday charts, the performance here. And here we would like to share with you another setup that maybe could be interesting and useful to you for trading. So the one thing that I would like to say on the weekly chart is that actually the tight standing here is in tight range without any deep downward continuation looks bullish. So when the market usually turning to some sideways consolidation right around the previous top, it always looks bullish, and it could suggest that market is building an energy for challenging, for the preparing of the upward breakout. The breakout could happen in different ways. So now, as we already talked about the retracement, the first level of the retracement has been achieved. If you remember, we talked about the 59 area, 5750. It's right here. So 30% support hasn't been reached totally, but if you remember, here was also 618 support on the 4-time frame chart, and that's more in a range rather than just a single level for consideration. We said that's the first level where theoretically you could try to buy, because well, at the first bounce, market definitely should show some, in the first touch of this level, market definitely should show some bounce. If even later it will proceed lower, so it will be relatively safe chance to consider taking the long position here. So we can see the bounce has happened, and now the question, what next? In general, on the 4-hour time frame chart, we're considering the same ABCD pattern that we already have, and potentially it has two targets. Both of them agrees with the major strong support areas. That's, by the way, the 618 level that I'm talking about. So the first target is OP, so AB equals CD. It's a 56.25 approximately. Market hasn't quite reached it, and potentially this level could be reached, this downward action here. Next one is the XOP, which creates the agreement with the next major 618 support, 51.65. With the current performance, currently it is well, not a lot of chances that market hits the 51.65, albeit some external drivers will appear in the market and something will change in political situation, in the economical situation, maybe based on the because of the Fed's some statements or something, statistics or something, that news on the cryptocurrencies could be released. So by the technical reasons, currently chances to reach this level are not very significant. But if overall environment will change in a negative direction, that theoretically could happen. So we should also know in advance that this level exists. Now, what about this level? Here theoretically market could try to form some butterfly, because if you will calculate the 1618 extension here, just to add it on the chart, you could see that 127 stands precisely at the OP target, and it means that here we could get just some completion of this pattern by something, I don't know, maybe this would be the butterfly, something of that sort might be formed to complete the OP and trigger the upper direction. In this case, the butterfly also works as potential bullish pattern, it's reversal pattern. This could finalize the ABCD and simultaneously could work as the pattern for upper direction. So it means that wherever you will take in the long position in this area, it would be better to foresee that market could complete 56.25, and it would be better to place stop slightly below the 56 area, just for some case, to avoid some occasional wash through rinse and spikes here when the market will complete the OP. This is the first or just basic scenario here. This is mostly for those of you who have the conservative view and prefer to catch market around the strong support areas and completion of the major targets. But alternatively, since overall price action looks choppy here, and if you trade on the very short-term charts, you also could consider setup that we have currently on the hourly chart. It has its own advantages and attractiveness, so take a look at it. So here we could get something of that sort. So downward action here, as you can see, I just increase the scale that you see better what is going on here. Here we have long-term support line. I will show you to see it. It's the trend line that already has been tested a few times, and this will be tested again right now. So, and here you could recognize the kind of the head and shoulders. For these head and shoulders, market right now stands at the bottom of the right arm, where theoretically market could start the upward bounce. Downside, the ABCD pattern also has been completed. So here we have some agreement with the support, probably of some upper direction here at the fib level, and it's harmonically equals to the left arm. So theoretically, we have the head and shoulders in place. The attractiveness of this pattern stands in its features that you do not need to place too far stop. So you need to place stop just slightly below this area, not even necessary to place it below the head. It could be somewhere in this level. It should be enough. Because if market will start upper direction right from here, it should not drop lower. If it will happen, in this case, we're going into this ABCD pattern and appearing of the butterfly. So market has to hold the head and shoulders shape if it starts to work. And that lets you to place relatively tight stop. At the same time, who knows, maybe this pattern will be the background for upper continuation and market will not complete the OP and start upward action right from here. So this also you need to keep in mind. Alternatively, we could get some kind of the scenario that could combine both of these. So for instance, market could complete the head and shoulders with this ABCD pattern, and downward action could start not from this point, but will be transposed a bit, be moved a bit higher in this case, and downside retracement might start from this point. So the second leg of this ABCD could be a bit later. This has also happened. Or, as I said, it might be the direct upward continuation, just a reversal. So a reversal will be based on this head and shoulders. So this is a scenario that we also see currently on the market. And well, whether to use it or not, this choice is up to you. We just share with you the things that we see. But if you have the conservative view, you probably should wait for a deep level and completion of this ABCD pattern. Right now or later when the head and shoulders will be completed. If you have the ability to try it and you think that it's attractive or it fits to your view on the market and you're just watching chance to go long a bit earlier, you think that reversal happened a bit earlier, well, you could think about this head and shoulders. So it's, well, not actually bad pattern to consider. Who knows, maybe right from this level market could start upward action, because in general market stands aiming on upward continuation. This tight standing here, we do not see any collapse, so it's relatively choppy price action. And well, if even this head and shoulders will not become the real upward continuation on the monthly and weekly chart, that could trigger the bounce before the second leg of retracement starts. This is some kind of the compromised scenario between the two of them. That's the thing that we would like to share with you today. So let's keep watching what will happen and what the progress will Bitcoin show us through this week.